Test him. Test him. We are live. We should be live now. Test him. There we go. There we go. We're live. Flipping tech issues. There we go. Right, let's get to it. Sunday night. Hope you've had a fantastic weekend. I'm going to get to the charts. I'm going to do a bit of an update on Bitcoin and Ethereum. On Friday, I did a update on gold and silver. Over the weekend, gold and silver have been shut, so the markets have been completely shut. So you've not been able to trade them. You've been able to trade them a little bit on the futures market. OMXC list gold and silver. You can trade a little bit, but it's very volatile. No liquidity or volume happening in the market because the institutions are off. So it's no point. Cryptocurrency is the only asset base that is 24/7. So yeah. So today, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know if you got any questions. If you're watching me on X and YouTube, I want to hear from you people. I'm an interactive kind of guy, and yeah. So the more that you interact, the more you'll get out of me. But I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you guys what I'm looking at in terms of Bitcoin and Ethereum. First things first, well done to everybody that joined the waiting list for our special offer. 99 quid a month. 99 quid a month to join our community, to follow our trade setups, to learn and get started in trading. Hats off to you. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely epic. So we've closed the waiting list now. That was for Friday to Sunday, and people that joined the last time we opened it up, and we will be opening the that was the pre-sale. We will be opening up on Monday evening, and the actual sale. We're only taking on so many people, but we will be closing the doors as well 24 hours after Monday. So yes, well done to all those people. It's going to be absolutely epic. So yeah, keep a lookout on our posts for Monday for 99 quid, 99 pounds, a massive offer right now to be part of our community and get started in trading. So let's get to the charts. Boom. This is my Bitcoin chart. I'm on the 3-day chart, and I'm going to show you my thoughts on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Nice, simple, quick, easy technical analysis. This is what I call the master schematic. So this is my grid lines on the charts that are key Fibonacci levels that help me understand where the market's going to go, where the support and resistance is going to go. Of course, you can make it a lot more complex than this, but for me, you can see respected, 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 ranging nicely like this all the way up to here. And you can see the deviation lines here, deviation lines here, and you can see we're ranging within that. So yeah, it's really easy to read the market when you can see it like this. So let's take this range here. You can look at where the volume profile is as well. I'll show you the one on ETH. I posted it on my X profile earlier on today and shown you what I was looking at in terms of the volume profile and the schematic. So next, levels for me. What's next for Bitcoin? I believe, my opinion, not financial advice, is this bit of liquidity here from this previous range needs collecting. We almost got there when we had the sell-off yesterday, almost. We had a sell-off on a bit of a weekend. A lot of the whales will use the weekend as an opportunity to move price. Why is the price moving so easily on the weekends? Picture it like this. There is the week's liquidity pool with lots of traders trading the market institutions. These traders go home for the weekend, and what's left, the trading volume and the liquidity pool over the weekend is very, very small. So if you chuck a boulder into that lake, it's just going to cause a small ripple. If you chuck a boulder or a big buy into this market with a small puddle, you're going to get volatility. And that's what the whales, institutions, if they're still trading, because crypto's a 24/7 market, that's what they're going to be doing. So I believe that at some point, when that will be, who knows, we can see that we're currently holding up this key master level here. I think we're going to at least come and get this liquidity here down at 74, between 75 and 74K. We've been waiting for this for a while. We've reclaimed the volume just here, or the value here. That's been reclaimed, that's fine. But what we're looking for next is liquidity. We're coming to get that liquidity. Now I think we're going to come down, hit this level here, in and around 70K. In and around 70K on this master level. Why? Let me show you. These are my drawings that I did earlier. This is what I see. So what we have in this particular zone is some key levels, very, very key levels. Now, for me, the way I'm looking at this, nice and simple, is this. We've got an uptrend here. If you take the anchored VWAP from here, you'll see it's there. We're not quite there yet. This one is to come, I believe. I do believe we're in a bear market. Many can argue the fact, but for me, I believe we're in a bear market. It does not matter whether we're in a bull or a bear market for me. I do not care because I trade price action. I always say if the price moves up and down and up and down and up and down, whether we're consolidating sideways or whether we're trending, it does not matter to me. As long as the price is moving up and down, that's all that I'm bothered about. So bull or bear means nothing to me. Some of you guys get really sensitive about this and you become very broken-hearted because you don't know how to trade and you don't know how to invest and you put money into bags and you're spot trading. This is not offensive. This is just speaking the truth, and you know damn well I'm talking to you. You put money in, you're hoping that it just, you are hoping that you just chucked it in and it was all going to work out for you. No, you need to learn how to trade. You need to learn when to invest and risk on and put your money into the market. And you need to understand when to sidestep from the market. So you buy support, you sell resistance. You buy resistance if you're shorting, you sell support, or you take profit along the way. Some of you guys haven't taken profit, which is why you're so sensitive about whether we're in a bull or bear market. Makes no difference. Makes no difference at all. So this is the first level, this anchored VWAP from this impulsive move to the upside. It's impulsive move to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be, so we've got a 1, 2, wave 3, wave 4, potentially coming back. Maybe we'll get a new all-time high, maybe we won't. But for me, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 3, 5 waves up. This could be this is one of two things. I do believe we're in a bear market, and the quicker that we accept that, the quicker we get on with it, the quicker we can be back out of it and start to move up. But for me, if this is still the bull market and we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 potentially before a wave 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Potentially. Anyway, don't want to get complex, want to keep it simple. I think the first port of call is this anchored V up in this area here, which I'll talk about in a second, if and when we fall straight through this. Because if we bounce here and then make a lower high for them further falling eventually, this is the area I want to be looking at, which tallies up with this value area here. So let's look at this. What we've got, if I get rid of this, what we've got here, quite important. So we have, look at what's happening here. We've been trending within, consolidating within this consolidation period, this value here. We've lost the range. We've lost the range. We've fallen below, sign of weakness, fallen below. If I put that on the 1 hour chart, you'll see just here that we have lost the value area low. Hold the value area low, lost the value area low. Didn't even, well, kind of retested it, lost it, retested it here, and then moved down like that. So we've lost the value area low. Back to the 3-day chart. So for me, I'm looking to either, you could come and tap this liquidity and move up, but if you're going to come this low, you may as well take this. Look what we've got here. We've got the macro range here the macro range, you've got the 50% Fibonacci retracement level at 70,800. That's what you've got on Bitcoin there. So you've got the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. You've also got, just here, the previous range, previous value area high here. Fibonacci retracement, liquidity there. Most importantly, you've got this dynamic support level with this anchored VWAP that we all know, and if you don't know, get to know, the institutions love. That's where they'll fill most of their bags. That's where they'll fill most of their bags. Anchored VWAPs is something that they do use a lot. So we've got this previous range value area low, value area high, sorry, 50% retracement, liquidity, and of course this this anchored VWAP. Very, very much interested. First port of call for me is this this area here with this anchored VWAP. This is the first port of call. What I'm looking for is a tap there. So because if we don't hold this level, then we're going to enter into previous value and start trading this range here. There's the range there. I've been saying this for ages on my videos here. This is what we're looking for here. There we go. If we fall below this, then the next port of call, most definitely that vector candle recovery, but coming down to here, point of control, which lines up with one of my master levels here. And if we fall below that, then of course we're heading down to the value area low, all this liquidity here, and then we can start to look at potentially moving down. But look what we've got. We've got deviate. If we do move down to here, we're going to deviate below, which takes us to this liquidity and also one of my master levels here on the schematic. So yeah, falling below that is going to allow us to trade within this range here, which is going to take us down to the 50K mark. We don't really want to be down there. I'd like to see a bounce here. Now, if we do get a bounce here, what I'm looking for is a sign of strength. First sign of strength for me, if we do get that bounce, is a massive wick up to here, and it's to get a candle close above here and reclaim this previous range value area. That will be, it's the current range, but it will be a previous range if we don't reclaim it. So that's what I'm looking for. First sign of strength for me is to reclaim that value area low, and then we're off to the races. Because if we reclaim that with strength, the next target is the value area high up at the 105 to 108, which then I'll be looking for potential shorts. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing on Bitcoin. So I'm looking for anywhere from 72K all the way down to 69. I've had my eye on that a while. We've got a lot of levels down here in terms of monthlies, weeklies, MPOCs and stuff like that as well. So let's look at this. Next job is Ethereum. I've got my eye on this level here. So as you can see, I've got my macro range there. So I've got, this is the current range we're in with the master levels. If I get rid of that, if I put my macro one on from the beginning of time, you can see here as well. This is really, really good. This is what I put on my Instagram. If I put, let me get all these on. High time frame levels. Yeah. If you got all the high time frame levels here, you can see we've got a lot of support down here. So the first port of call for me before we even start looking down here is this level here on the current range schematics. I've got key levels down at this liquidity point here, which matches up with Bitcoins as well. This is at 2,110. So I would always front run that anyway. This level here, this box. So this is not something you're going to 100x leverage trade. This is something that you're going to look to teeter in on. So first port of call, this is my area that I'm interested in buying, and I will be committing to this. Liquidity, just there. What we've also got is this level down here on the master level. This is a key level. Why? Vector candle recovery, previous resistance, and also one of my master levels here as well on the schematic. So anywhere from, not financial advice, 2150 all the way to 1850, 1850 to 2150. That's what I'm looking at. This area here. It's just begging to come. And of course, if you put your higher term time frame levels, you've also got a daily MPOC in there as well, a weekly MPOC, a monthly level. So yeah, even if we did a full sweep of that, we got lots of support in and around this key level here, which is nice, which is nice indeed. So yeah, that's my levels on Ethereum and Bitcoin. And that's what I'll be trading. That's what I'll be trading for sure. I'll do another session on some of the altcoins, some BCH, Sol, Teo, some of the other coins I'm looking at. Of course, be careful at the moment with the market. You can see from the USDT dominance that the money is flowing out of assets at the moment straight into USDT. But we have reached resistance here. Let me tell you why. Why? Because there's the previous range POC. Previous range POC, that's what we've hit as resistance just there. So that's why USDT dominance has stopped in its tracks. I'm hoping for another move up, potentially. If we can get another move up, even to get basically, we've swing failure patterned on this, on the higher term time frame on this previous range POC. If we can get an SFP of the SFP, if we bring the 4-hour chart up, it's pretty much smothering it. But basically, if we can get a bit of a pullback, an SFP of this SFP to take that previous high and then drop, that there might be enough to bring Bitcoin down into our levels and then move up, because we'll have been hitting resistance on USDT dominance, which then should bring us back down here. Remember, USDT dominance, when it rises, the assets fall. And when the USDT dominance falls, assets will rise. So this could all be, hopefully, working out for the better. Even if we came up to this value area high here, where all this liquidity is, and this value area high, we come up to there. How much percentage is that? Let's have a look. We are on the higher term time frame. Yeah, if that moves up another 11%, that'll be enough to bring us down to the levels I've just talked about. But I'm hoping that we can just get an SFP of that SFP first and then make our way down. And as that starts to fall, didn't reclaim this pop here, we should get a bit of a relief rally on the on Bitcoin and the alts. So that's my thoughts on that. I'm not going to talk about gold and silver because I was going to make this session nice and simple. All right, have a fantastic weekend. Rest of the weekend. Let's get to it on the charts. And yeah, do look out on my social media, on my X, my YouTube, my Facebook, for the offer that we're going to be releasing tomorrow, the official offer. Limited spaces, limited time only. It's only open for 24 hours on the 99 quid per month to join our community. Absolutely brilliant. You'll make that back in the first flipping day of trading, that's for sure, if you're competent enough. All right, have a great rest of your evening, and I'll speak to you next week.